Hello, everybody, and welcome to our daily check-in. It is Friday. Whoop whoop. I definitely love Fridays. So, the weather is kind of stinky, but that's kind of like how this week has been. I'm hoping next week is better, but I hear it's going to be warm, so let's cross our fingers. So, I decided that for today's video, it's going to be about family. So, Family Friday. But before I get to that, I want to talk about how today is the last day of Spirit Week at our school, and it was showing your Rams pride. So I have on my Kindness Club jacket, and this morning I took a picture with my T-shirt that I had. It was the first T-shirt I ever got at Randolph Middle School from 2001 to the 2002 school year. And I still have it. There's definitely been a lot of shirts since then that have not quite survived. I'll just say that, or they ended up being my kids' bedtime type shirts when they were little. But either way, so show your spirit today. Maybe you can either wear your Randolph gear or whatever school district you are in. Whoever's watching this, put on and show your little school pride for today. But I really wanted to take the time to talk about family. So the reason why I'm saying that, so I'm going to show you some pictures. Maybe I'm feeling nostalgic. It could be my age. I don't know. But I wanted to show some pictures and just kind of talk about some of the things that you have in your house that I don't want you to forget. So this is me way back in the day. Okay. So here's my parents. This is probably between 1973 and 1974. So I am the last of four kids. I have three older sisters, which in some ways it was great. I feel like having older sisters really helped me, understand how to be more respectful towards women, because they always taught me, what was the right thing to do, how do you treat people, how do you show them kindness, which is probably between them and my mom, which kind of encouraged me to do things like this, which is to start a kindness club at my school. So time goes on, and in that time I've met all kinds of friends, whether it was Marty or Chris or Tom. I know you don't know these people, or Tim. Those four individuals are people that kind of made my childhood awesome. We would play wiffle ball and basketball and baseball and football and all kinds of games. We'd ride our bikes. So those type of memories were great. With your friends, you get to experience memories like this. I was just showing this to my buddy. This is a picture of Darryl Strawberry coming around the bases after he hit a walk-off home run. Now, when I was around 10 years old, my father took me and a couple of my friends where I lived to see the Yankees. And the Yankees lost that game. And it was an interesting experience because when we came back, the parking lot where our car was closed. So we had to take the train home, which was, I don't remember it that much, but the thing that I do remember about it, it is the last time I ever went and saw the Yankees and they lost. So I have not seen them lose in person since 1983. I've seen them play at Camden Yards. I've seen them play at Fenway Park. I've seen a World Series game, some playoff games. I've seen a couple of walk-offs. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, not that I go all the time, but I think in that time span, it has to be at least, 20 or 30 games they haven't lost. So I'm feeling very fortunate that that experience. But that is just something as a memory that I've had most of them with my family, right? So there's no sports right now. So what I'm going to have to do is live through DVD and watch some of the old Yankee World Series videos. I know a friend of ours was telling me on Facebook that she's watching a Met game that's 2 years old. So we do what we can. So time moves on, okay? And I get married. So here's a picture of my mother with me. And the reason why I'm showing this one is because my mother had passed away when my oldest daughter was 1, approximately. And that's a whole nother story. But I'm glad she had the opportunity to see me get married because that was a family experience, right? Because I'm trying to think about the memories and things that I shared with my family. So as time goes on, once again, my wife and I had a couple of kids. So here is a picture of my 2 daughters, right? They're, They're cute. They drive me crazy sometimes, but the reason why I wanted to show you some of these things is because when my first daughter was born, we wanted to represent our college, which at that time, where we graduated, was Boston University. So this is a onesie, right? I'm sure your parents know what a onesie is. But the fact that they fit in that at one time, and now one of my daughters is getting close to my height, okay? So, I mean, granted, I'm hashtag short, but I can live with that. So, I just think of even their school experiences. Here they are, the first day, I think this is preschool and first grade. Oop. I drop the picture. Shh, don't tell anybody. So, here they are. They were so cute. And here's another picture of them around similar age. So why am I showing you these pictures? So I'm showing you these pictures for a reason, because if you have siblings, that is a family bond that you will have forever, right? So you want to make sure that you try to do things with your siblings, whether you're a brother, sister, whether you're twins, it doesn't matter, even the age difference. My oldest sister is 10 years older than me, but yet, she made time for me, and my closest sister to me is 6 years, and she had always, had made time for me as well. So even now, I'm in my 40s, and my sister just dropped off stuff to make s'mores and snacks and things like that for my kids. So, and that's because we still have a relationship. We're still friendly, right? So that's what I want for you guys and your siblings, to have a good relationship. Like I said, whether you're twins, whether it's boy, girl, whether it's older, younger, it doesn't matter. You should be having those relationships, because apparently, they're going to be with you forever, right? So we want to make sure that we do what we can to get along very well with our siblings. Now, granted, I know you guys are going to fight and argue, because that's just natural, but I want you to think about the memories that you've had to this point. So the reason why I was thinking about this is because I've been spending a lot of time looking at old photographs of pictures of me as a kid, pictures of my sisters when they were really young, and it just makes me think, like, some of these things I didn't remember as well, but I got to relive them. So maybe while you're home, ask your parents if you can go through some old photographs and look at them, maybe when they were kids. I know I have pictures of when my parents were together in high school, which is always fun to look at because they graduated from the same high school that I did. I know my wife has some pictures of when she was a kid and her brother, and even when her parents were younger, we have some pictures of that as well. So now for me, I admit most of my kids' pictures are on the computer, right? So because I got to get those bad boys printed. But maybe you have pictures that are not on the computer, but if they are, look at some of the pictures when you were little. Maybe your parents can tell you some of the stories of where those pictures were taken. There's just something that makes you feel good looking at old photographs. Like, for example, I saw an old photograph of my buddy Marty when I think we were probably maybe 10, 11 years old. And it just brought me back to all the times we would play wiffle ball in his yard, or I would go to his house, because we live right next door and our houses were like that close together. And I would go to his house, and his mother, even after she worked like a full shift at work, she would still have the energy, and she would make us breakfast and other things. And that's why she was always amazing. She was kind of like a second mom. And you might have friends like that where their parents kind of, treat you like their own kid, which is always it's a nice feeling to feel included, right? So I just think it's fun to go back. When I look at pictures of people that I went to high school with who now I've had their children, so clearly time moves on. So sometimes, you got to stop and, as they say, smell the roses or smell the flowers. I just recently looked at a picture of my daughter. She was, I think, maybe between 2 and 3, smelling a flower, and it just made me think, like, I need to slow down. I need to start looking at some of these old pictures. So my project has been to go through the computer and go and organize all the photographs, so that way maybe I will get them printed at some point. But I've been having so much fun because I've been looking at old videos of my kids, or even my nieces and nephews, etc. So here's my request. Go look at some pictures of you when you were little, okay? Because those were some happy times for your parents, because, I have a nephew who has a kid. That's how old I'm feeling. But his son is starting to walk for the first time. So how cool is that feeling? So all I'm telling you is that family is really, really important. I know family drives us crazy, but family just loves you regardless, right? So even if you're screaming and yelling sometimes, it's not that there's a lack of love, it's just frustration. Okay, so just know that your family loves you, your siblings love you. They might not admit it, but deep down, they love you. Okay? As your teachers, we care about you very much. You are like our school family, which is why we respond to you guys later at night, which is why we try to make ourselves available, because when we talk to people about you guys, we refer to you as our kids. My kids did this at school, my kids did that at school, because when you feel proud, we feel proud. When you feel sad, we feel sad. When you're happy, we're happy. So we share your emotions because we care about you like you're our children. And I just wanted you guys to know that. Okay, so your teachers, they do care about you. Your family cares about you. So for this weekend, go look at some old pictures. And then if you can think of a really good positive moment and you're willing to share it with me of something that you forgot about, but when you saw that picture, you were like, oh, that was a great day. Please feel free to share out, because I would love to hear it. So, to my own personal family who might be watching this, because I know some of them do, I love you guys. And for you, my students, know your teachers care, like I said, your parents care. And for the parents out there, next week is Teacher Appreciation Week. And the reason why I'm telling you is because you guys deserve appreciation. So thank you so much for everything that you have done. We're doing this together. They say it takes a village, and legitimately, the village is working 24/7 apparently. So thank you for everything. Make sure you tell people you love them. Kids, tell your parents you love them, your siblings you love them. And until our next check-in, peace out. Thinking about you guys always. Have a good one.